Unqualified Heroes! This is episode 16?
16.
16! Oh my
16.
gosh, we have been doing this for a lot longer than I thought we'd be doing this for. Our rise to fame is slowly coming.
It went up for a minute and then it's declining again. We don't know what to expect.
It was just a preview, that's all. They're like, okay, here's what it could look like.
They were just showing us.
Now back to reality.
Yeah, they were just showing us just like a glimpse of it, like how would it feel to be famous in this industry.
Famous for a day.
For literally for a day. Not even a day, literally just 1 hour, because after the hour happened, it was completely dead. No one will like or share anything. It was so funny.
That's so sad. But if you did like or share, we appreciate it. Keep continuing liking and sharing. We posted 2 new videos this past couple days, depending on when you're watching. And they're good ones. They got some good edits. Credits to Messi.
Yes,
so
sir.
Go look at it.
We
also have them on TikTok. It's what you were made for. What you were born for.
I pay for this.
So today, well, maybe not today, but when we're recording this today, She-Hulk episode 2 has released.
Yes, sir.
We have a long time to go until we get to the finale, because it's 9 episodes and it's only 1 week.
Yeah, only one. I mean, it's something that we have to cherish, because if it was like only 6 episodes, remember when Moon Knight ended, they were like, what do we talk about now?
We're like,
as Marvel came around, it's like, yeah, Doctor Strange came around, but it was like just one movie. So I kind of like this 9 episodes.
Yeah, it gives us things to talk about.
We'd have like that's just like a gap of just like no episodes. So like, yeah. So thank you, Marvel, helping us.
Thank you, Marvel. So if you have not seen those news going around that we've been posting, we're here to fill you in on our podcast. Yep. So the first piece of news that we have is
that you're Daniel Perez and I'm Messi Morales.
That is the most important piece of news.
And we are unqualified heroes. So continue, Daniel, with your statement that you were gonna say.
Yeah, we're unqualified, and that's why.
And we forget stuff. It's okay.
We're new to this. It's okay. This is only our first episode. So, as I was saying, our news. So the first piece of news is that I don't remember.
This is why I told you to write.
I'm blanking out.
I told you to write things down.
You're supposed to come in.
I'm sorry, guys, for mine technical difficulties on Daniel's side. He was supposed to say that we have some news going around and rumors about a new director for Fantastic Four.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Fantastic Four. So
it's not confirmed. It's a rumor going around. His name, and I do apologize if I do say it wrong, is called Matt Shockman, right? I think this. I don't know if I pronounced that right.
He has an accent, so
my English not very good looking. So
Matt Shockman. Yep, that's him. And if you don't know who he is the director and creator of WandaVision. Go ahead and rep your merch. WandaVision, that's right.
I got my Vision shirt. My girlfriend has the Wanda. Yeah, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see our cute couple pics of each other wearing the shirts on Disney. That's awesome.
And if you don't see the shirt, this is why you need to listen on YouTube. Yeah, and subscribe.
And subscribe, man. Listen more to us.
So Matt Shockman, I'll go on my thoughts first. I think this is a good director for Fantastic Four. There were some, obviously John Watts was the first person that was going to direct him, but then he left, and then now he's like doing Spider-Man 4 possibly. We had rumors it might be like super big name director like Steven Spielberg or something, which would be really cool. But if they're gonna go the route of someone who has already done something within Phase 4, kind of like how they did for Kang with the director of Shang-Chi, then I think Matt Shackman is a good director because WandaVision was one of the best Phase 4 shows.
Yeah. So other projects that he has done other than WandaVision, is eventually he'll be doing Star Trek 4, which will be coming out in 2023. He did Cut Bank. He did another show back in the. I don't know if this is. I don't know if he was in it or directed. I don't know. I just say under his bio here on Google, just the 10 of Us from 1988 to 1990. I'm guessing he was in the show because that was an old show. So I'm guessing he was a kid in it. And the other things are just like old stuff. PT Halloween, The Nightmare, something. So yeah, so like from the rumors that were saying like as a big director, I did not expect Disney to go with this guy. I was just thinking of like a really like a big name director like Martin or um Christopher Nolan. I don't know, one of those big
Yeah.
directors. Even Steven Spielberg. I don't know. The only thing that I have seen from him is WandaVision, and like Daniel said, WandaVision is like one of the best shows of Disney Plus. And let's see what he brings to the table. I mean, his character Wanda killed Fantastic Mr. Fantastic on. So
That's
like
funny. I didn't even think about it.
let's see who like how he does revenge on another character that he creates on another character he created. So see, and it'll be interesting to see him as director.
Yeah, we'll see. Um, Next piece of news we have is something we talked about today. Well, it depends when you're listening, but today when we're recording is we have delays for Warner Brothers.
Warner
Yay,
Brothers.
delays.
We got some
Welcome
DC news now.
welcome to the DC world because that's all you're going to hear. Delays and cancellations and
Bad news and
accusations
everything.
of of being
Everything.
arrested. So, if you don't know, Aquaman has been delayed from, I believe, March to December of 2023. And Shazam has been delayed from December of this year to March of next year. So those are, I mean, that's pretty significant. That's a couple months. It's not like, hey, we're delaying it a month. This is a good chunk, especially Aquaman. That's a big chunk.
Yeah, it's like almost a whole year, basically.
Yeah. So, what are your thoughts on this?
Honestly, I I didn't really care about the movies in the first place. Since like especially Aquaman, I care more about Shazam because I like the first one. The first one was pretty good and it was pretty funny. Adam Levine he killed that as Shazam. Um, but the second one, I after everything that happened in the DCU, I my expectations for it went lower and lower and lower. So like me wanting to see it, it's like super low. So then postponing it for like the millionth time is a whatever to me. I don't know why they postpone it. They really didn't say much about it. The only thing that I can think of is like Avatar 2 was releasing on the same day
The
as
same exact day.
and I for sure they were not gonna able to compete with Avatar. There
If
is
you don't know, the first Avatar movie currently holds the world record for the
the
box
box office
office
is number is a movie that made most money in the world and is still
out of
being
any
number one.
movie in the world.
Avengers Endgame came close to beat it. It beat it for like a couple weeks or
And then they re-released
and then
Avatar
they
just
to beat it
come
back
back in
again.
first.
And they did it. They're back in top. Endgame is like close second to it. But yeah, but for Aquaman 2, I really don't care about it. I was not gonna see it in the first place because I honestly do not care about it. But if they are doing, I'm guessing they're gonna do reshoots, editing,
Yeah.
make it something. Pretty sure they're gonna either remove Amber Heard completely, and or change the actress and just reshoot the shots that she was in. But yeah, I honestly do not care of the delays there. I hope it's for the better, not for making us wait more and more and more. So let's
Yep.
see.
So honestly, the only movies I cared about, if you take what's going on with the celebrities aside, the only movies I cared about was Black Adam and Flash. But so yeah, these are like two lesser movies. I really don't care for Shazam. I care for Aquaman a little bit more just because it's a bigger name
Yeah.
DC character, but because of stuff going on, I was like, meh. But as you said, and we talked about before, our theories for why Shazam possibly got delayed was because of Avatar. And for Aquaman, I really hope it's editing. Because we talked about a bunch of times where like it's gonna look so weird if because they already filmed it, so they would cut her scenes, and then now it's just gonna like the it's just gonna look really wonky. They have to edit it or just completely cancel it. And if they edit it, they're gonna need more time than the original release date. And there was never any new release date until now. So are they editing it? We hope so. And this also brings the theory of, because Warner Bros. Has a new head of how they want to run things for like Justice League and the 10-year plan. This brings the theory of maybe they want Ben Affleck back as Batman and like a cornerstone of their franchise going forward for Justice League. So it would be cool to have Ben Affleck because I think he got shellacked throughout the past couple years. We never even saw him have his own film. If you want to count Batman versus Superman, I guess, but that's still like a crossover. And he was a great Batman. I actually really enjoyed his version of Batman. We know that Matt Reeves is Batman. I don't remember his name.
Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson. That's like a separate universe. It has nothing to do with what's going on around here.
Actually, something that you brought up, that up, there were rumors, and after rumors, like rumors saying that the Matt Reeves universe was going to be canceled and removed because the new CEO and head of Warner Brothers Discovery would like to have one universe focusing on the main characters of the DC comics, which is Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman. And they were like about to scrap every other universe other than Joker, because Joker is like awesome. I hope they do not take that out. But if they make it a musical, yes, delete that, take it out of the way. But yeah, regardless, but yeah, so there was rumors about that. But Matt Reeves came out recently with actual confirmation that they're working on the second movie. They're working on the scripts and everything, writing the movie, and it hasn't been green lit yet to be start. But he says confirmed that it will be, hopefully, it will be happening. So
but here's what's sus about that. That means that could mean nothing. Yeah. That girl was finished, was basically done, and they canceled it. Just because you're working on a script don't mean nothing, especially if it's not greenlit yet. Until you get that green light, you don't mean nothing. So we'll see what happens with Matt Reeves' Batman. But I really a lot of people really love that first Batman movie. And I'll be okay with two different Batmans. You have a Batman in the main universe and then a Batman on the side universe. I'm okay with that. That's more Batman content for me. Yeah. But if that's where they're going, it'll really suck because I know Robert Pattinson and Matt Reeves put a bunch of work into that first film. Mm-hmm. I don't know. But yeah. I don't know. The other piece of news that we have is, oh no, we're gonna talk about that with She-Hulk.
Yeah, let's talk about that with She-Hulk because it's pretty
It's
big.
big news.
It's
So
really
if you're interested, keep listening or watching because this is big.
is
Something big happened.
is really it's a big deal. Like, okay, so I'm gonna just say my reaction to it, but I'm not gonna say what it is, not yet, because I don't want to spoil it just yet to the people that have not seen the show. But I saw it for the first time, the episode, and I didn't pick it up. My friend Sean sent me a TikTok, and that person was talking about, well, of what happened, and I rewatched the episode, and it's actually there, and I freaked out because it's like, dude, is this the way they're gonna introduce this dude
We've
to
been waiting. We've been waiting.
we're waiting forever. Now that it's confirmed with Miss Marvel and all this crap, but whatever. Let's not talk about it. So
You're
before,
just gonna have to wait and see.
yeah, you just gotta wait to see. So watch the episode and actually watch the episode.
And if you're wondering where this moment is, if you've already seen, you're like, oh, let me go back and watch it. It is at the 6-minute mark into the episode of episode 2 of She-Hulk. So at the 6-minute mark, episode. Pause,
and read.
And we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it in a second. But stay tuned.
All right, so we'll be back. We're gonna go in our fake ad break, and then we'll talk about She-Hulk episode 2.
See ya.
Bow.
And we are back.
We're back from our
Your
fake
kings
ad break.
Have returned.
We're kings now? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right. So if you've been waiting so desperately for our big news, you're still going to have to wait a little bit. So, because we're going to go through the episode and we're not there yet. But it was 6 minutes in, so it'll go there pretty fast.
We'll get there pretty fast.
She-Hulk, overall, it was an alright episode.
It was. I like this episode better than the first one because it explored more into her own life, and not like the first episode that we got to see her transformation and focusing on becoming a Hulk. On this one, it's like her actually going through the problems and dealing with everything that becomes a Hulk. So I like that better than the first one. So, but yeah, it was an episode. It didn't
nothing groundbreaking. Well, yeah, there was something groundbreaking, but besides that was like small. That was an Easter egg.
Yeah, there were some Easter eggs and something cool with the Hulk happened, but But yeah, so overall the episode, I give it a good solid 7 out of 10.
Okay. I give it a 6.5.
6.5? Yeah.
6.5.
Not that bad.
I think it was like, it wasn't a good episode, but it wasn't an okay episode. It was like in between. So, as we begin the episode, we find out which if you don't already know from the trailers, she is representing Emil Blonsky. If you don't know who that is Abomination. The same actor who played Abomination way back in 2003, 2007.
No.
2008.
There you go. He is in the movie and the Incredible Hulk. The other Hulk, the old Hulk, that one is not canon, but somehow it is. I don't know how the Hulk universe really is.
It's not canon, but it's canon.
Yeah, because it's the same actor and the same Abomination, but they don't look the same. This one is more comic book accurate than the one that we saw in Incredible Hulk in 2008. So
it still could be canon because
it is canon. It is canon from the 2008 one. Yeah, but the only differences are just different actors for the Hulk. is Edward Norton now is Bruce.
Which they did make a joke about that. He was like, I'm literally a different person, or he said, I'm a different person, literally. And then She-Hulk breaks the fourth wall, and she's like, haha. Because that was a joke of like,
different
yeah,
actors,
he actually is a different actor. I'm enjoying that fourth wall thing. I've always enjoyed the fourth wall thing with Deadpool.
It makes it funnier.
It does. It's because like
we're part of the joke.
I don't know. We're part of the joke.
Yeah.
So it's kind of fun. So she's representing Emil. I think it's fun seeing him in the show. And his take on the character for this show was really interesting because he's like, oh, I'm a good guy now. Don't worry.
No, like when so we are so accustomed to see when a bad guy is a bad guy, we know from in the movie he's the bad guy. And the way that he explained his point of view, it completely
was really interesting.
It completely changed the character and how I feel about Abomination. Because okay, so let's recap. Let's jump back to 2008 when we saw him. We saw him.
You just time traveled. Yeah. You just time traveled.
We time traveled to 2008. Okay, so Incredible Hulk movie. You're watching it in the movie theater. Hulk is fighting Abomination. Okay, so you see this guy, hired by Captain Ross, not Captain, whatever he was, Ross. And you see this like eager like person who wants like defeat Hulk, and because he's a soldier, he does what he's told, and the way that he was like portrayed, he's like bad, but he was just a soldier following orders, and it got to the point that he got super serum injected into him, and that drove him mad. He will like more power, and then he becomes an Abomination, and he fights this guy. All right, so let's jump back to 2000, whatever year this show is on, because
25, I think
2025. I don't even know what year it is on the MCU. I completely lost track after Endgame. It's too many times to keep track. Too many movies. Too many. It's not
too many time jumps.
The movies are not in order anymore. It's like WandaVision is here, but this movie is here, but this movie happened after WandaVision, but it's over here. But like, what are you doing? Okay, but whatever. That's not the point. But in the movie and the show now, him explaining his point of view I was just a soldier following orders, and they in your government gave me the serum, like injected that to me. So I am Abomination because your government made me Abomination. I didn't choose this, even though he said yeah. He gave consent to it. So remember, if you do not give consent, do not do it. Do not let them do anything to you. So this dude gave consent. So it's 50-50 his fault, 50-50 the government's fault. So that's why in the show he needs representing. He doesn't want to be in jail no more because he sees Hulk, a person who also destroyed Harlem, because hey, they were both there, both fighting.
So, and destroyed a lot of other things.
Exactly. And Hulk is now a high praise person in the world because he saved the universe. But you see this guy in jail because his government made him to do something that he probably didn't want to do.
So it brings the question, who's at fault? Is it his fault? Is it the government's fault?
I'm going to blame the government. Government's Hydra.
Gotta blame the government. Government's
corrupted all the time.
Corrupted.
Yeah.
If you're listening, government, which you probably are. Anyways.
FBI agents.
FBI agents.
Yeah. So there was.
Thanks for watching our podcast.
Number one fans.
Number one fans, my FBI agent. Always looking out for me.
Yeah, for real.
So. Damn, something popped up on my screen as soon as I said that. That's creepy. He doesn't want to be in there. And then She-Hulk is like, she was mad. She's like, oh yeah, you hurt my brother, blah, blah, blah. You try to kill him. Or cousin, not brother. And then she hears his point of view, and the same just like she was, we were like, whoa, that's a good
Very
point.
good point. That's a very good point. Yeah.
So she's like, maybe I do want to take on this case, but I don't know how Bruce feels. But I'm going to tell him I'm going to take on this case anyways. So as she's doing that, we actually passed it already. This is already past 6 minutes.
Yeah, this is like after the 6 minutes. Well,
I'll say it right after.
Let's talk about the 6 minutes later.
After she's doing that, she calls Bruce. She's like, blah 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 blah, and then Bruce is like, actually,
blah 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 blah
blah blah blah blah blah blah, and then the screen pans out, and this dude's on the freaking Sakaar spaceship in space, going to who knows where, which we're gonna talk about. Where is Hulk going?
So let's hold on that question. So when She-Hulk called Bruce to tell him about the case, Hulk actually said, yeah, fight happened like 15 years ago. He's over it. They're both over it. They're both adults. Just let it go. So, my voice is cracked. Ooh. I haven't hit puberty, guys. I'm a 23-year-old man and still going through it. It's fine.
The process is slow for him.
I'm a very unqualified person. So they both let it go. They're both adults, and he just like, yeah, go ahead. And then, like Daniel said, we see the camera go, and we see him in space. So Daniel, ask the question one more time.
Where is Hulk going?
I think he's going back to the same planet. I forgot the name of the planet. Sakaar, yeah. I have a theory of why he's going back. So this falls into the theory of World Hulk,
which lots of rumors have been coming around since the show started, and Mark Ruffalo is open to answering these questions. Yeah. We all know he'll spill the beans eventually because Mark Ruffalo spills the beans more than even Tom Holland.
Yeah, they're like up there, like who's has foil most of each other. But yeah, so I think is going to get his son.
You think he's getting his son, or he's with his son already in the ship?
He is going to get his son, or they're telling him about his son.
So you think the person in the ship was just a person from Sakaar?
He's a taxi guy. He's just picking up. He's an Uber. He's an
Uber.
Space Uber. Yeah, taking him to Sakaar to deal with stuff with his son, because as some of you know in the comics, when he does go to the new planet after the Illuminati kicks Hulk out of the Earth, he goes to another planet. He does whatever he thinks because of not a Viking, but a gladiator, and then he has a kid over there, Scar. I don't know. That could be a reason to go back. Probably he doesn't know yet. He's gonna be like, "Yo, you have a kid now," or another theory could be he is going to tell the Grandmaster to like, "Yo, I am not your pet anymore. Leave me alone." Because he was property of him for 2 years. Yep. So that could be like another like fighting moment, saying like, "Yo, leave me alone. I do not belong to you anymore." Slavery is banished on Earth, so it should be banished here too. So
I don't have the direct quotes. I sent it to Messi earlier, but the director of She-Hulk, or producer, someone who's high up there and working with She-Hulk, actually talked about where Hulk is going, kind of, and like why could he be leaving Earth along those lines. Basically, the quotes were saying the dude was there for what, 2 years, at least 2 years. That's a good amount of time to make a life, even if you're a slave, especially if you're up there as a Grandmaster's little pet.
you got nothing else to do. So Might as well.
Possibly get some Captain America smashing over here and lose his V card too.
Probably.
Maybe that's why he knows why maybe he knows Captain America's V card lost because he also lost it. And they talked about it one day.
They were talking about it.
And like, yo, I lost my V card.
It's a
car. He's like, yo, I did it back in 1940s, whatever, 43. I don't know. Guys are weird. Let me tell you, guys are weird. So
yeah, guys will actually tell like where and when was there.
If you're a girl, look out.
Yeah, because... no. Girls are more specific with everything. They will.
You're right. They're like
specify
at 8:53 p.m. I was wearing a pink tank top, and then it was gone. I don't know. Anyways, this isn't that type of podcast. So,
wow, we're from PG to PG-13 real quick.
If you're under the age of 13, I'm sorry. Anyways, so Hulk's most likely going to Sakaar because she was like, oh, you know, where else would he be going? And that's the Sakaar shit. So could it be for his son? Well, I don't know. But lots of World War Hulk rumors are coming out, and that would follow the storyline. Anyways,
some storyline.
Time for that big news, Messi. The big moment. 6 minutes in the episode, they are already dropping bombshells.
Yeah, so if you have seen the episode and if you didn't stop at the 6-minute mark, I'm gonna tell you right now, go back, rewind it, stop at the 6-minute mark and read. I know you're not in school anymore. I know you don't want to read when you don't have to read. Just read. It's literally like one sentence. Like
it's one sentence.
It's probably like 5 words or more. I don't know. Read it, and I'll put it here. So 3, 2, 1, boom,
boom. Wait, my hand's not in there. Boom. I still can't see it. Boom.
All right, so it's right there, as you can see. There is a man fighting in bars with metal claws. And there is only one person in
we know
whole universe that we know and love and cannot wait to see this person in the actual MCU. Wolverine. Yeah, so they didn't name drop because I don't think they're allowed to. But they just put on the news article, like a kind of an ad type of thing. You know, like when you go to like Google or something, they have ads on the side, and it's like a news type of thing, and that's what it literally says: men fighting on bars with metal claws, and it got everybody thinking. I just cracked my voice again. Oh my god, what is wrong with my voice today?
I think I need some water.
No, I think the water just messed me up. You went on the ad break, the water went in the wrong pipe, and I almost died. So it's fine.
I was about to finish the episode by myself. Messi's in the hospital. Anyways,
so that is the closest we have gotten to anything related to Wolverine so far. Yeah, like I don't the other than like Miss Marvel being a mutant and there's mutants among them. This is the first time.
This is back to back projects where mutants have been talked about.
Yeah.
As soon as Miss Marvel did it in the finale, the very next thing, 2 episodes in, mutants again. They're getting ready, bro. They're getting ready for mutants.
Just a little bit more.
A little bit at a time. A little. Yes, I don't know what it's called. Teases.
Yeah, so I think they're gonna like little by little introduce some mutants. I don't think they're gonna show the big mutants just yet until the contract is up for the
which is
actors,
next year.
which is next year. Is it next year in
Yeah,
2023?
2023.
That was
No, maybe it's
2024.
24. Maybe it's 24. I don't know. But
Yeah, I think
it's
it's
not this
after
year.
Secret Wars though. I think it's in
No,
the
it's not.
I think it's the same year as Secret Wars.
Maybe the same years, but it can't be after.
Probably. I don't know. But okay, so talking about mutants, side note. There's I don't know if it's confirmed or it's probably a rumor. Kevin Feige will like a new saga based on just mutants, but on the MCU. So like how we saw the Avengers have their own saga, which is the Infinity Saga, and now the Multiverse Saga, because this is all Avengers stuff. And then now we can have the same thing, but with the X-Men, with mutants. And again, like the MCU created all these characters, not created, but like based the whole movies and stuff on these characters, on characters that were not even that big. Because
Yeah.
they did it without the X-Men. They basically did it without Fantastic Four,
Fantastic
and
Four.
they barely did it with Spider-Man because Spider-Man is only there since 2016 with Captain America. So before that, the MCU was big already. So like now then involving the mutants now, it's even gonna get bigger because the mutants are
They
like
talked about they're like, okay, what can you possibly put after Secret Wars? And people were saying like the only other thing that people could think about after Secret Wars is X-Men versus Avengers,
that will
which is
be
a big comic line in the comic. So it could be.
that
Maybe X-Men are the big people after Secret Wars, and then Avengers is like a sideline, and then we get at the very end X-Men versus Avengers.
that will be insane. I think the mutants will win for sure. I don't know. I never read the comics on that storyline, but me just being a nerd, I think X-Men will just wipe the floor with them. Because if you want to speak technical, Wanda is from, guess what, a mutant because she's the
Yeah,
daughter of
she
Magneto.
is a mutant.
So if we got Wanda and the mutants team, and then we got Magneto and you got Professor X, and
And
you got
Dark Phoenix,
Dark Phoenix, and that's a wrap,
which
bro.
I'm pretty sure they said Dark Phoenix and Wanda are like the two strongest characters in the whole Marvel universe.
Yeah,
So if they're on the same team, you're done.
yeah, yada, yeah,
You're done.
exactly. So okay, so jumping back on She-Hulk, so yeah, so there was a pretty big Easter egg, and there I know for sure this is not the only one. The thing, if you see the bottom line, for everybody that keeps saying, "Oh, when are they gonna say anything about the big hand coming out of the world of the earth?" And tada yada by Eternals, tada yada by Eternals, bro. They have talked about it, but what more do you want? They talk about it on the news, on the actual movie. Like,
In the end of Eternals, yeah.
yeah, we saw it on the news. Like, do you want like a like Spider-Man swinging around like, yo, did you heard about the big hand just sticking out of the earth?
Yeah, just because we
That's so
haven't
weird.
seen it doesn't mean that they haven't talked about it.
Like that's like a weird conversation used to bring up. Like, yo, how's your day? Oh, by the way, there's a big hand coming out of Earth. And it's like, oh, yeah, why not? Yeah, yeah, but like now I guess MCU has like would like to make people happy, and they just put that there, and like, yo, okay, so are you happy now? We talked about it.
They hear people. They listen to what we're all being toxic about on Instagram and TikTok and all social media. They're like, oh, they want to be toxic about it. Let's put a little ad. Let's put a one sentence ad and be like, suck it. Now stop talking about it.
Like
Now be
literally,
toxic about something else.
yeah, we talked about DCGI or something, but yeah. So jumping back, I don't think this is the last big Easter egg on this show. I because
Mhm.
remember this is a lawyer based on protecting other heroes and other superpower people from the MCU. So mutants are not the only superpower people. There is also apparently Ghost Rider. We saw the Johnny Blaze poster on one of the
Yep.
scenes on the trailer, so that could be another a huge thing. I hope Nicolas Cage comes back, or probably they're gonna recast him probably for someone else. But um,
I'm waiting for them. I know that's like later on, maybe next episode, and we all know Daredevil's gonna be in the season. But every time they named a freaking law firm this episode, because she was like interviewing for all these people, and they're like, "Oh, this law firm, this law firm." I'm like, I just wanted to just see a name pop up and it say Nelson and Murdoch. I was just waiting for it, and
I
I didn't get it.
I when honestly when she was like at the very beginning of the like job hunting, I I thought that she will actually interact with oh my god, what is his name? I forgot his name.
Daredevil,
His actual name.
not Charlie Cox. That's the actor name. Matt Murdock.
Matt Murdock. Yeah, I completely forgot his name. I just praying for it. It's late, guys. I'm tired. Listen. So yeah, so I was expecting a Matt Murdock and She-Hulk. I'm gonna just She-Hulk Daredevil because I'm drawing blanks right now. So interaction between them two, just like jump hunting, and then he tells her like, "Sorry, we can't hire you because this is like a low firm.
Like a
They just
small
them
firm,
two.
yeah.
They're not really looking to hire people like that. Just that clip of them talking.
Yeah,
That would
like
have been
super
cool.
small.
That would have been so cool. It's like, yeah, I don't want to hire you to be a lawyer, but yeah, let's have fighting
That's how
moments.
superhero.
Let's be superhero friends. Yeah. Yeah, but
That
yeah,
would have
that
been
didn't
cool.
happen because yeah, she's a lawyer, and as you know, Matt Murdock is another lawyer. So they're obviously they're gonna be lawyer buddies eventually. I don't know if
I'm
they're gonna
waiting. I'm
actually
literally waiting because we don't know what episode he's gonna show up in.
no.
I'm just waiting for him to show up. I've been waiting for this.
The,
We've all been waiting for this.
the thing is about that about the waiting. We have 9 episodes on the show, and usually it's like 6 episodes for like the other shows, and like
Yeah.
you know for a fact the 5th episode was the best episode out of the 6. And you know, like on this 5th, they're gonna bomb with like or the with a cameo or like something big or
Yep.
something memorable is gonna happen in the 5th episode. But the thing is with this one, it could
It's
be
9.
it
It
could
could
be
be
only
episode 8.
exactly 8, 7, 6. Like I don't even know. I
We
don't
might
know
have
what
to
to
wait
expect.
till the end of September for
Oh my
something.
God. This is gonna be a long journey. It's gonna be 9 episodes. This 2 months.
This is a journey.
Yeah.
But let's see what else happened. I do want to say just a quick note about what we talked about before. CGI news. There is pretty strong rumor going around saying that they've kind of like delegated the CGI to different departments to just make it easier on the workers and to give them more time and stuff. So I just wanted to point that out since we've been talking about CGI a lot the past couple episodes, not episodes, past couple podcast episodes. And Marvel heard us, or maybe not us, but they heard their workers because their workers were coming out.
Yeah.
But besides that, back to the episode. That's basically the 2 biggest things that happened in the episode.
Yeah.
That and Hulk. I can't think. What happened at the end?
The episode ended with what happened at the end? Oh my god. I am literally just I completely forgot what happened. I watched the episode twice, and I completely forgot what happened.
Okay, I'm sorry, guys. We're blanking. This is hard. I really don't remember what happened at the end. I remember. Guys, it's a miracle. I remember. One of the 2 brains in this podcast actually remembers something. We found out she's like, "Oh, this case is gonna be easy." Like, after everything he's told me, nothing. Then we see on the news what we saw in Shang-Chi, Abomination fighting Wong. So is this where Wong comes out? Does he come out next episode? And
Probably
he's like,
trying to
yo,
defend his friend. Yeah.
I'm on the news and I'm the Sorcerer Supreme, so you're gonna have
Suck
to
it.
stop before I mind spell you the same way Doctor Strange.
Mind spell
did.
everybody. So so I have a question for you. So
Okay.
if that happened, well, no, another question before I actually ask you a question. Do you think that footage was released after Shang-Chi, like a couple months, or was that scene exactly like minutes after she left that
You know what?
prison?
I was thinking that the moment I saw it. I was like, is this just like late footage and this happened a while back? Or did this just happen just then? Um if I had to pick one, because honestly I do not know. But if I had to pick one, I'm gonna say it's late footage.
Do you think it's late footage? Because if it was like at that moment, that means Shang-Chi and She-Hulk are happening at the same time. If you think about it,
Yeah.
they're happening at the
I
same
think
time.
it's at that moment only because, which it's not really a good reason, but it's a reason, is because in the trailer we saw Abomination turn into Abomination within the jail cell. And I guess he could theoretically go back to the jail cell because we did see in Shang-Chi after the fight, he went back to that cell. Like not necessarily in the cell, but in that same room as the cell with Wong. After the fight, they like walked through the portal, and you saw the cell in the background. So it actually
Yeah.
could be at that moment. So now that I'm talking about it out loud, my theory sucks. So
No. Think about it. It could be true because remember on the first episode, She-Hulk, her blood heals Bruce Banner's harm, so he doesn't need
Yeah.
the cast anymore. So if you go back to Shang-Chi on the post-credit scene of She-Hulk, I mean of
he had the
Shang-Chi,
cast.
he has a cast on. So again, he didn't have the blood to be healed. So that was before She-Hulk happened. She-Hulk helped him to get cured. So the footage that scene could have just happened as soon as she left prison, the prison of the time that he would see her, because that wouldn't make sense. See, the time doesn't make sense. So the
Hold up,
footage
no, this makes no sense.
exactly.
Wait, so was it before or was it now?
That's all. I think it was way before.
Okay, if it was
this
before,
footage. I
if
think
it
this
was
footage was
before,
released after. It was just leaked, and then the news got it, and then like, yo, Abomination has been secretly leaving the
no,
prison.
it was before because Hulk is in space, and I don't think he was in space at the time of the Shang-Chi post credit scene. So it was before, and they're releasing the footage now.
Exactly. So that's the only logical explanation and time explanation that would make sense. So the footage is old. It got released soon when this happened, and now we're seeing it because it wouldn't make sense because on Shang-Chi, Hulk had the cast. Well, Bruce Banner had the cast because of his arm, but on She-Hulk, he gets it fixed with his blood, with her blood. I'm sorry, and on the next episode, we see her go to prison, and then news get leaked. So time doesn't make sense. If that was like right then it happened.
Yeah.
So it makes sense if the footage was leaked months after, or God knows when Shang-Chi happened before. So
it happened earlier, got released late because we're all toxic. And Wong's gonna be like, bro, same way Hulk does.
Yeah, that'll be hilarious to see the Wong saying, bruh. I can still get over that phrase with. I love that scene. It's like one of my favorite scenes, bruh. Like seeing this high value character just say bruh. That's like out of nowhere. It's like so funny.
So that's basically all we have for She-Hulk stuff that happened today. Because that was the very end, and I mean there was a post-credit scene, but it wasn't anything.
Yeah, last week post-credit scene was better. Like them talking about Steve having sex. And confirming.
I did hear that the post-credit scenes of future episodes are a bit crazier, at least of 3 and 4, because Some high value people got to watch the first 4 episodes, and they did say that the post credit scenes are a little crazier. So we might see some better ones for 3 and 4.
Okay. Well, can I wait for those? So in this episode for the end credit scene is just her being She-Hulk with her parents and just like helping them do chores, like heavy chores, like yo, be a Hulk and then lift this and that and then
just do that.
Pretty much it. Yeah, it's
classic parents.
Yeah, using their kids
they use
for their advantage. Yeah, using you for
as
your
a child,
advantage.
you're basically a slave. So this basically concludes our episode. It was a pretty short one, but there was some big stuff that happened here. So
yeah, pretty big stuff. A good memorable episode. A lot of stuff that happened. It changes your point of view on a lot of stuff. A lot of Easter eggs that we like, kind of like, especially with on the X-Men stuff with Wolverine possibly coming in pretty soon, and then I guess Eternal stuff with the Hand and Earth guy coming out.
And we know in the rest of the show that we're gonna get a lot of Easter eggs and a lot of cameos.
Yeah, a lot.
They talked about it.
So
it's gonna be a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, so keep an eye out for like Easter eggs because they're so small or just like so not noticeable that you will probably miss it. And then
Marvel is smart. They be putting small stuff that like you gotta be zooming in on like 20 times font or whatever just to like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, so just keep an eye out on stuff, and then we'll be here talking about it. We'll make posts about it. So y'all, if you'll miss it, we'll catch it, and then we'll
catch it. That's why you gotta follow us.
Follow us, listen to us, and
if you don't know where to follow us, wait. Boom! Danny42.
It's actually on the left.
Oh, it's on the for my side, that's where it was. Okay. Boom! That's where I am. You can find me at Danny42 on Instagram. Give me a follow. I may or may not follow you, but you can also follow this guy, or maybe I'm facing that way.
Yeah, this guy over here.
You can follow this guy. I'm sorry, on his screen, we're flipped. On my screen, so it's different. But you can follow this guy on
Messi.17_. My name is right there. If you don't know how to spell it, it's just like the soccer player, but I'm better. If you don't want to follow us separately, you can always follow us on Unqualified Heroes on Instagram, TikTok, and also on YouTube. So you can always be updated on everything that we do.
Yep. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow. We're actually posting a lot of good content. I think the stuff coming out recently is some of our best stuff. So give props to the content creator here, Messi. He's putting his degree to use.
I just copy people's stuff. That's
our podcast today, and hope you enjoy. Unqualified Heroes!